many years ago, when I was still young, I was at Bible school, and while I was studying for my degree, we had this one lecturer, and we were sitting in the lecture, me and my best friend at that time, and the lecturer said to us, we were talking about Samson, and he said, just for a fun exercise, I'd like everyone to draw me a picture of Samson. That'll be a fun way to end the lecture. You know, just imprint on your mind what we've been talking about and everything. And everyone drew Samson, myself included, you know, big muscles, powerful sword, you know, this really imposing human being. And I turn around to my friend, and he's an artist, like artist. And he's drawn this tiny, skinny, little runt is the best way to describe it. An unopposing, bad example of a human being. Thin. It couldn't hurt a fly. And he handed that in. He said, there you go. That's Samson. The lecturer said to him, what the heck is this? Were you even listening? You know, were you even present in this lecture? We were talking about Samson. What is this? This is not even a bad picture of David. And with a straight face, and I'll never forget it, it impacted all of us, me especially. He said, no, you misunderstand. You, the lecturer, with all the experience and the years of ministry and training and everything behind you. You think the strength was in the man, but the strength was in God. It had nothing to do with muscles and imposing physique and height and all these things that made Samson this incredible judge that tore lions apart. No, not at all. It was God. And God doesn't need an imposing physical specimen with massive muscles to achieve those kind of feats. He doesn't, because he's God. Brilliant, brilliant. Stayed with me forever. And I want to share with you just a few scriptures that prove exactly this point. Judges 14, verse 6. The Spirit of the Lord, the Ruach HaKodesh, came powerfully upon him, so that he tore the lion apart with his bare hands, as he might have torn a young goat. Now, I don't know when last you've tried to tear a lion apart, and yeah, you might not live in Africa, and even if you did, I wouldn't even try. But you go grab your dog, big dog, and you try and tear him apart. You are not going to get it right. Not easily at all. It is not something you can just do. It's not paper. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him, that he tore the lion apart. Judges 14, verse 19. Then the Spirit of the Lord, the Ruach HaKodesh, came upon him in power, and he went down to Ashkelon, struck down 30 of their men, took their belongings, and gave their clothes to those who had explained the riddle. Burning with anger, he then went up to his father's home. Not by his strength, but by the Lord's power that he could do these things. And they obviously never expected this either. So that also tells you he wasn't an incredibly imposing human being. Judges 15, verse 14. As he approached Lehi, the Philistines came toward him shouting. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. The ropes on his arms became like charred flax, literally burnt off him, and the bindings dropped from his hands. Supernatural intervention of power. Judges 16, verse 28. Then Samson prayed to the Lord, Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more, and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes. He acknowledges that the power is not in his hair, or his lack of drinking alcohol, or his lack of touching dead things, or his Nazirite vow. His power is in God, and God giving that strength when needed. He didn't walk around all the time like Superman or the Incredible Hulk, always imbued with power. He was a normal person. The Spirit of the Lord would come upon him at the right moments and move powerfully. Now in the New Testament, in Philippians 4 verse 13, it clearly says, I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. We should always remember, the same way that my friend back then already knew, it's not in my physical abilities, it's not in my strength, it's not in my preparation. It's in Him and Him alone. Shalom.